Hello everyone, welcome to episode number 3 of the Mercedes Road to Glory. This is the one season wonder attempt challenge with Mercedes trying to win the Constructors and the Drivers' Championship in season number 1 with about the 3rd, 4th, 5th best car on the grid. So far we've made a bunch of good upgrades to the car. So if we look at the aerodynamics of the car and look at what we've upgraded, so we've got chassis number 2 which is on car 1 and chassis number 4 is on car number 2. I'm just seeing what is better. Is it better to use some more top speed, or is it better to use the cornering advantage? And so just, you know, figuring that one out. We're at Monaco next race, so I would assume that the cornering advantage would be better there. If we take a look at the underfloor, guys, a big one with the underfloor, as you can see, that is minus 0.122 on the underfloor for the high speed. So we've gained a lot of G's through the cornering advantage with the underfloor. We take a look at the rear wing as well. Rear wing number 3 compared to rear wing number 1. As you can see, we've got a huge top speed and DRS effectiveness boost on the rear wing, and it's really boosted the car up the order. So if you guys like Formula 1 Manager 23, Formula 1 in general, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'll be doing a lot of videos on Formula 1 Manager. And as you can see, we're top of the standings after 6 races already. We've had 1-2s in 3 different races so far. And that's pretty good, considering we're only 6 races in. So let's get into race number 7. It's Monaco. This is the starting setup that I'm going to go for the cars in Monaco. And as you can see, we get 97 and 93 satisfaction after 3 practice sessions. And guys, we're into Q3. Let's go. Last flying lap, guys. Hamilton says a purple sector 1. What is sector 2 going to look like when he crosses that line? It's coming in very shortly. It's a yellow sector 2. But is the time gained in sector 1 going to be good enough? Russell with 2 yellow sectors. And Hamilton does not improve after a purple sector 1. Wow. So we finished 4 and 7, guys. That is not so good. And the rest of the cars are going to have another run as well. So we might not even finish that high up. Does anyone else improve? No. 4 and 7. Of course, has to be a 1-stop in Monaco. And here we are, Monaco circuit since 1929. It's 5 red lights, and away we go, guys. So it's going to be a big start for both the drivers here. Russell's pretty close to the front. Hamilton had a purple sector 1 in his last run and couldn't make anything of it, but he's down to Lance Stroll. That's not good at all, is it? And Lance is on the hard tyres as well. A lot of hard starters up the front here, and that's not good for Russell, falling behind a hard set of tyres on an Aston Martin already. Hamilton still behind all the cars. Red Bull as well is on the hard tyres, which is a good idea, I guess. You start on the hards, you break free from the pack, and then you got the mediums at the end. Well, I mean, seems pretty good. So we've saved a bunch of fuel here, guys. We're on for a push on the DRS. The start straight. We're going to make the overtake down the inside. Russell not quite going for it. That's a bit disappointing. Now, guys, we've fallen off the back of Stroll, and even down the straight, Verstappen's overtaken Russell now. So we're going to be down to 6 and 7, which is not good at all, is it? We are falling off on this race. The pace is nowhere to be seen on this one. Okay, guys, interesting information. We've had Carlos Sainz, who was up in, I believe, P3, is now boxed for a set of hard tyres. He was starting on the softs. He'll be going to the end on that set of hards. Pretty interesting choice. Maybe we'll be able to push these mediums a little bit further and then box for the hards in a couple laps or so. But I don't believe it, guys. I literally just finished boxing both cars. As you can see, Hamilton's coming out the pits. Oh! It was a lead car. That was a Red Bull. Oh, it wasn't. I thought it was a Red Bull and a Ferrari. Oh, it was a McLaren. Oh my god, I thought one of the cars was a Ferrari. It was not a Ferrari. But now we're about to get jumped by all these cars that are going to box. Surely they're all going to box into the safety car. And we're going to lose out massively under the stops, guys. 6 and 7. At least we bunch back up to the pack. Unbelievable. We lose a few places that we could have gained if we did box into the safety car. But that's just the way it is, guys. Okay, guys, we're coming up to the end of the safety car period. We're on the fresh set of hards. Let's see what the cars in front of us. A couple mediums, a couple hards, but basically everyone's on mediums or hards. Nick de Vries on the softs. K-Mag at the bottom of the pack, unfortunately for him. And even Carlos Sainz is still up there, but his tyres, hards, a little bit used, but not too much of a difference at all. And here we go on the restart. We're not even close to Lance Stroll after restart either way, as Alonso just behind us. So we're going to be pushing this whole time, trying to get as close as we can to Stroll, make a couple overtakes. I don't like the fact the Red Bulls are in front of us at this track, but there's a lot of slow speed corners here. And that is not where our expertise is. And we might have a chance here, the last corner down the DRS straight. No chance. Look at the Aston Martin is just pulling away from us, man. Oh, we might be stuck in this spot. Russell's fallen off the back of Hamilton as well. We were holding behind a couple cars as well. Well, the Alpines are falling back as well, but Alonso's pretty close. He could overtake Russell. I don't want him to chase us down, and we finish 7-8. No crashes would be terrible. That would be awful. We'd lose so many points as well. But definitely not our track. Good news and bad news, guys. Hamilton has caught up to Lance Stroll, but Russell has been overtaken by Alonso. I was defending massively for a while, and we did bring that gap to around 6 seconds, but now Alonso's in front. So we'll be pushing Russell, trying to get back in front of Alonso. And if Hamilton can also overtake Lance Stroll, that would be nice. I think now's a good time to push. We've got an overtake opportunity down here into the fair chicane, and then obviously down the straight as well. There's a little bit of a chance. Let's go. Finally, it's been a few laps, but with the DRS, Hamilton's overtaken that pay boy, Lance Stroll. He's out of there. See you later. And this is what we've been waiting for a while as well. It's another Mercedes overtaking another Aston Martin, but this time it's George Russell overtaking Alonso, which is super good. Let's go. And here we go. We could be seeing another move for Russell on Stroll now. Made some great progress. Oh, he's going down the inside. Just want to take him up the hill, but looks like Stroll will hold the position for now. We're having some very, very close battles now, guys. And Hamilton's trying to take on Sainz. We've not got many laps left down the inside, but is Sainz going to try and hold it down into the hairpin? He will keep the position. Hamilton's going to get squeezed out into the barriers. And that overtake is filled from Hamilton. We'll get him surely by the end of the race and take home a P4. And Russell as well fighting with that Aston Martin. And that's the one, guys. We see the replay down the DRS. Hamilton making the move on the Ferrari into 10-1. Beautiful race so far for him. Not the best circuit, but that's good. And while that happens, Russell's also passed Stroll. I don't think he's going to be able to catch up to Sainz, though. That's a big gap. Hamilton 2 seconds off Verstappen now. And this is crazy, guys. We're going to see the replay. Verstappen has been caught and overtaken. It's Hamilton with the huge DRS advantage. He's going to take home a podium, it looks like, in this race. Again, down the DRS. And Hamilton absolutely flying in this one. Verstappen's falling off. Of course, we're having a big push at the end of the race. Let's make sure we're deploying all the ERS as well. The tyres are being absolutely sent. Look at the medium runners are losing a lot of time now as their tyres are falling off the cliff. And it's going pretty well. Russell still 2 seconds behind Sainz, but it's going to be what looks like a 3 and a 6 finish for us in this race, which is pretty good considering the car's not built for this track and the low down quality positions, but P3 Hamilton, absolutely amazing. And across the line, guys, we finish 3 and 6. Not too bad. Russell was even closing up to Carlos Sainz at the end there, but not close enough to make an overtake, and Hamilton was right behind Leclerc. It could have been a little bit better, but Perez wins the Monaco Grand Prix, which is pretty good, to be fair. And that's the Monaco podium. As you can see, Perez, Leclerc, and Lewis Hamilton on there as well. Let's go Mercedes. We can surely, with a P3 at Monaco where the car absolutely stinks, we're able to win this championship. And with that overtake at the end of the race from Hamilton on Verstappen, he maintains P1, and we still, while Red Bull closed the gap, we still lead the constructors there, which is good, you know, not the best. And next up is going to be the Spanish Grand Prix, where we should have an absolutely amazing car, I'm hoping, with the top speed corners. Would be very nice for us. There is a lot of medium speed as well, but the Mercedes should be flying in Spain. And no new parts as well before this next week either. Okay, guys, so we're here in Barcelona in Spain, and this is the starting setup I'm going to use for both the cars to simulate the quali. And again, the satisfaction, 97, 92. Let's go. And as you can see, guys, it is Saturday. We're at qualifying, and it is raining today. It's not the best. Hopefully that clears up by Q3, but we'll start Q1 with the Inter tires. And this is Q3. You going to go out on the Inters? It is. It's going to be Inters right now. It is raining. I wonder if there's a chance to get out on the softs right now, but the levels If we just continue a little bit, is it going up? Is it too wet for the dry tires? It's still raining, so maybe the softs is a bit of a risk. Well, guys, I think I thought I'd risk it. We're starting at under a full millimeter of rain on this flying lap, but I've started with the softs, and I think one lap on the softs could pay dividends and give us a 1-2 if we are fast enough in this condition. It is raining the whole session, and all the cars, if you look at the tires, everyone is on the intermediate tires. Let's see how this goes. And well, it wasn't the fastest times of the session. It was pretty close in terms of the softs, but yeah, we didn't quite make it round there. That wasn't the best lap, to be honest, for the first flying lap Q3. This might be a huge risk, guys, but the dampness of the track is coming right down. It's still raining a little bit. The dampness has come down massively. I hope it keeps coming down a little bit more. We're going to need an outlap time of about 2 minutes, I'm assuming. But I think we might be able to make it around on the soft. I'm not sure. And the dampness is going up. It's back onto the inter tires for the boys. And here we go, guys. We are the last car on track. That means we've got the best grip available. Russell lockup on turn 1. Was that earlier in the lap? I missed that. Did that mean he won't be improving? And Hamilton is only P8. What a terrible qualifying in the wet then. Absolutely dreadful. And this is going to be from 8th and 10th on the grid. This is the strategy, soft, medium, soft. It's the best one to go for in Spain. And we're down to the 5 red lights. We're way down the order. That car started on the hards. Wow. That is very, very interesting. That means we're going to have to push all out. If we were starting at the front of the grid, we'd have an absolutely amazing chance at making a lot of moves. But sadly, we're not quite up there. If we get overtaken by Magnussen, that's... Oh my gosh. What a terrible start to the race if we're losing spots from down here, guys. But hopefully we can overtake the other cars in front of us on the worst tires. And this is Hamilton making a move down the inside of the Alpine of Ocon. Gasly. Oh, it don't matter. They're both Alpines. And we've got Russell is making that a Mercedes sandwich for the Alpine cars as well. Great progress as well. Hamilton's just overtaken Stroll. And Russell down one straight has overtaken both of the Alpine cars. It's absolutely amazing. But now we've got a bit of a gap up to Stroll that we need to close down, so we're not going to get DRS from Russell, which means we're going to have to do a little bit of defending. Hopefully these Alpines do not overtake us, and so they won't. But we have to catch up to Stroll, who obviously has the DRS on Lewis, but Russell, you got to speed things up a little bit. And while that's happening, we've got Hamilton making an overtake on the Ferrari cars. The soft early runners are paying off here instead of using the hard tires. Let's go. Could be a big move coming up now. We've got Russell right behind Carlos. Is he going to dive to the inside to make the overtake? Doesn't look like it just yet. A little bit of a back off there. Alonso's a second away from Hamilton and Alonso there. With that gap, Russell, maybe he'll get him down the straight. Okay, and we've got a VSC, so I've turned everything down. It's time to recover some of that tire wear from the early pushing, but we've made up a lot of positions here. I don't know who crashed. I don't know where that was. It was probably at the back of the pack. It's a Haas and Logan Sargent. Who cares? Not me, buddy. And we are back to green flag racing, guys. DRS is re-enabled. And Hamilton's got a bit of a gap to Alonso, but the cars in front, as you can see, we're the only ones on the softs. The virtual safety car just came at a bad time. If it came a few laps later, maybe I'd have looked at boxing onto the mediums, but it was way too early to make that change. There was a yellow flag there. Perez was just in front of us, and he's had a lockup. I wonder if he'll get a replay. That completely missed it. But I saw both the cars jump up the order. There's Perez in front of the two Mercedes cars, and off he goes around turn 1. And there we go. 3 positions. Thank you, Sergio. And what goes around comes around, guys. This is Lewis Hamilton. And let's have a quick look. Where does he go? That's right, guys. What a terrible angle for that corner. But yeah, Hamilton locks up into the gravel trap. And after basically the first round of pit stops, guys, we've got Sainz is leading the way. But Sainz is the only car not to have boxed just yet. So we're sat in third and 5th. Alonso is on a set of softs while Russell's on some used mediums basically at this point, after being on them for about 5 laps or so. Yeah, Alonso on the fresh softs, probably going to catch us up as well, but we're not in such a bad spot really. Okay guys, we've had a crash on the track. It might be Magnussen, but there's a virtual safety car out now, and I'm not sure. Would now be a good time to box us to the hard tires. The hards are obviously pretty slow. If we box now, we can go to the end on them. We get the stop under the VSC. Everyone else has used the hards as well. Or do we carry on and then box for the softs? Is interesting. We'll have a look at this one, how that strategy would go. And then the soft, where would we be able to go for the soft? Around about here maybe? Well, we'd have to go even further. This line would be really running the mediums down bad. Would it be worth it? It's pretty difficult to see. I think boxing to the hards now might actually not be such a bad strategy. And guys, it's Perez. Perez is out. That's just happened. I'm not sure where that crash was or where the accident was. Perez crashed turn 4. I had no idea it was going to be him, but here he goes down into turn number 4 around, and he spins out and clunks into the barriers and out of the race. And we are boxing both cars for the hard tires to run until the end. That's giving us a half a free stop, and I think it's going to be beneficial. Other cars, as we can see on tire history, they've run the hards and then they'll go mediums to soft to mediums. I'm guessing we've already done soft to mediums, so this is the free stop to give us a little bit extra time. Well guys, this is where we are with 22 laps left to go. The hards are holding them pretty nicely. It's been not too many laps, maybe 5, 6, 7, 8, something like that. After the VSC, Hamilton is stuck behind Esteban Ocon for the time being. We'll get past him, then we'll be catching up to the cars in front, hopefully. As we can see with the tyres, Max is on 2 mediums, so he needs to box again, but he's got a huge advantage over Carlos Sainz, who's running on a pair of softs right now. We've got Gasly, Leclerc, and Ocon all need to make a stop in front of Hamilton as well, and they are all within pretty close range. So we should be looking for a pretty good finish, maybe a 3-4 here. We'll see at the end, but it's not going too badly. Okay, and just a few laps later, we see that the Ferraris have boxed onto new tires. Maybe the box into the VSC wasn't amazing, but you know, we've got Stroll here. He's on a set of hards around about the same time as we were, so that's okay. Alonso is on a new set of mediums, and he's right behind Hamilton as well, so we might lose a spot there. But hopefully Russell can hold off some cars and make up a podium. He's got a chance. We'll see what happens. Well, we've set Hamilton to defend. Oh, is Russell going to lose the spot, man? I don't want Russell to lose the spot on the podium against Carlos Sainz, but we've been defending very hard. Hamilton's holding up Alonso. There's a big gap behind Alonso. So at worst, we're looking at 4 and 6. We could be looking at 3-4, not 3-4, 3-5 or 4-5 on the finish. Russell's going for the move though. Has he got the pace on the softs of the Ferrari? We'll check the percentages of the Ferrari tyres, but we've got not going to make the overtake. It's very close to contact again, but we survive, and we'll keep pushing with Russell now as well. So Sainz is on lap 9 of his new soft tyres after his hard soft run. That's not too bad. Russell's right behind him still. We've got about 7 laps to go until the end of the race. Russell, guys, Russell is putting up a massive battle right now, but we need to conserve a little bit of fuel. Maybe we can stick it on balance, but we need some DRS as well. We have nothing left, so we're going to have to top up, and that gap might increase a little bit. But Sainz is catching Leclerc, and Russell is catching Sainz, so we genuinely could be looking at a P2 as well. Alonso's very close to Hamilton, but we are pushing this Mercedes car quite a lot. Hamilton, Russell, is he going to make an overtake? Well, you never know. Russell is feeling quite feisty today. So, guys, we've got 2 laps left. Hamilton and Alonso still absolutely battling away. And whilst we've cut down 24 seconds from the battle, Stroll is still way off the pace of the rest of the pack, which is good for us. Russell is attacking. I've saved a little bit of fuel up. We've got 2 laps to go. And we'll be on the last lap once we cross the line again. The tyres are about to fall off the cliff, and if we look in front of us, Sainz's softs are right on the edge as well. So hopefully we can push past him. We might make a big move down there this straight. Hamilton is way behind. Alonso, I don't think he's going to be able to make the overtake on Hamilton either, which is super good. But maybe we can take this P3 back off Carlos Sainz. Well, this might be one of our last chances, guys. Coming down the main straight. We've got a lot of everything being pushed into this. If we can't make the move here, it might be a bit difficult to make it somewhere else on the track. Around the outside. Come on, George, please push the car, man. The tyres are falling off. We've got a little bit of fuel to work with. So is Hamilton. We need to keep an eye on that as well for sure. I don't want to ruin the race. We get past the AlphaTauri, the back marker. Get out the way, buddy. We need to overtake Carlos on this last lap. We're right behind him now. So we've got a little bit of a DRS coming up as well, which we might be able to use. But this is the last lap. Hamilton's still fighting with Alonso. Let's check in with these guys. They're coming in super close together. Russell still P4. We're going down a little bit of a DRS now. We've only got a couple of corners left to go. And we might not be able to take this podium back off Carlos Sainz. And a P3 is going to be as good as we can get, which isn't the P4 that we wanted. We wanted the P3, that is for sure. But Sainz has just had a little bit extra on the car towards the end of the race. And hopefully now Hamilton's able to keep off Alonso with that huge gap after all the defending he's been doing. Russell across the line, P4, and hopefully this and Alonso is not allowed to overtake us towards the end of the line. And around the final corner, it's going to be good defensive work from Lewis. P4 and P5. Let's go. Don't think we can complain too much about this, guys. +6 and +3 for Hamilton. Big improvements from the car, but the Drivers' Championship, Max retakes the lead in the Constructors. We still lead that, but it's very, very close on that track. And as we can see, guys, we're up to the Canadian Grand Prix, which is race number 9 for the season. Let's get ready for this one. It's a big circuit. Lots of fast areas, a lot of slow corners as well. And so we'll see how we go around here. Of course, the big hairpin as well. Let's get ready for Canada. And this will be the starting setup for the Canada race as well. So let's simulate 2 qualifying. And the setup satisfaction is 92% for George Russell and 91% for Hamilton. George always a little bit better satisfaction, which is pretty good to be fair. Nice start to the weekend. Now it's time for qualifying. Let's catch up when we're in Q3, hopefully. Okay, guys, into Q3. We start with a wet track. It should be drying towards the end. I mean, we'll go out on a set of inters anyways, but we should be onto a set of softs by the end, and hopefully we're able to jump everyone else if they don't go to the softs. And after the first laps, guys, we sit P4 and P5. Stroll is out on a set of softs already. There is a small chance you could get a lap in, but I don't know if he is. He is. He's going to go on to pole. Stroll on pole. Unbelievable. Well, looks like everyone else is on the same page, guys. Everyone is going to run out on a set of softs. We'll wait a little bit longer to get onto the track. Make sure we've got a full running in the dry. And the other cars are using up their tyres right now, so that's pretty good for us. Sainz on the inters, still not out of the box though. Well, guys, I know we're going to run out of fuel, and the cars will technically DNF if they don't make it to the line. If Russell can make it to the line, he's on a green and then a purple. And Hamilton's on 2 green sectors as well. Oh, the cars have boxed. I didn't want him to box. No. Can I cancel the call in on Hamilton just to see if he improves? He might DNF before he even gets to the line. And it'll be a 3-4. Yeah, okay, he's slowing down. Damn it, he couldn't make it to the end. But maybe that is going to stop Sainz from improving unless he's already going into the box. Well, I thought I'd just try and make it to the end. But we didn't quite make it. Now, this is going to be the strategy. The times on this are super close. Of course, the mediums and the hards look really close in their race pace. And for the compounds, we've only got 95% on the softs. That's for both cars as well. Well, 95 and a 93. But if we box for the mediums, that could be interesting. I'm not too sure which one is the best strategy, medium or hard, but I'll find out in the middle of the race, I guess. And we start 3rd and 4th in this one, and on pole, as of course it's going to be the Red Bull and then the Aston Martin. They had a great qualifying ahead of us. Looks like they are medium tyres as well to start with, and it is. So let's quickly have a look. Mediums for both of those cars. So that would tell me they're probably going to hit up a one-stop medium to hards. That's fine by me. We'll start by pushing both the cars. Let's see if Hamilton wants to make an overtake on Alonso, maybe Verstappen as well, on this first lap. There we go. We're trying to get past Alonso. That's not going to work. Hopefully Russell behind doesn't slow us down by trying to overtake either. But there we go. We're on the quicker compounded tyre, maybe on the second or third lap. Maybe with DRS we can make the overtake. Sainz overtakes Russell. That's no good. The Ferrari is on a set of soft as well. But Hamilton, not as close as I would have thought he would have been after the first few corners. But we've got a lot of everything to play with. It's early on in the race. Russell is going to lose out to Sainz. That is not good at all. It's a big move from Lewis as well, taking advantage of our extra DRS, even though the Aston Martin does also have DRS down this straight. We're catching up to that Red Bull. And it's not going too badly again, but Verstappen is in the lead of the race. And of course, it's Hamilton versus Verstappen in the championship, so we do need to overtake that car as well. Is Hamilton going to make a move on Verstappen with the big DRS advantage into the wall of champions? Hopefully not. He survives. We're going to have DRS again right now. And it's going to give us that extra speed to pull away from Max Verstappen. And hopefully after this, we're able to pull away. I might have to just push the car a little bit to stay in front here. Of course, we've got a little bit of a DRS, and I'm really saving a lot on fuel right now. We're able to stay there, and that overtake was made with conserving fuel as well, so the car is looking fast around here. Well, it's not gone too well over the last few laps. I decided to start harvesting a bit of DRS instead of pushing the car, and at this point, we've lost a couple positions in the race as well, and we've fallen off a little bit. Hamilton is now 1.8 behind Alonso, and Russell just overtaken by Sainz as well, so losing a couple of spots. Verstappen overtook us nice and quickly, and he's pulling away. Hopefully we can get back, but we've got a lot of VRS, and fuel is looking okay as well. We surely can get into a better spot than where we are right now. And as of boxing, guys, there's a crash involving multiple cars, so we'll take a look at the crash. It's going to be towards the back of the pack as well. It's a Haas and a McLaren. Lando Norris on the inside, bit of contact with the side pods in the front right of Lando there. Not too much of a crash really, but the yellow flags are out, and now they're back in. But we've boxed Hamilton this lap. Russell is in next. 8.4. You're kidding me. 8.4 stop for Hamilton. That is absolutely terrible. Genuinely awful. Well, we're in an interesting predicament now. Max Verstappen has boxed off the hards onto the softs for the end of the race. I will assume he's going to try and go to the end anyways, but 20 laps, is he going to two-stop it? He might even two-stop it, but because he's behind Hamilton now, I want to use Hamilton, bro. What was that? You're on always defend, bro. You just let him go straight past you, man. That is crazy. What is he doing? I want Hamilton to hold this guy back, and he just lets him run straight past. Wow, Lewis, man. Wow. Surely we can get... Why is Max got DRS? Who is Max getting DRS on? Is he getting it on the back marker? But surely, come on, Lewis, down the inside, please. Make the move. We're going to get DRS again. Max is also DRS. Guys, who won? No one is there, man. Wow. That is so sad. Okay, Hamilton's overtaken him, but it's going to be awful because Max is going to get DRS and he's just going to overtake straight away again. Oh, man. We're in a bit of a problem here. It's going to be a double DRS for Max, and he's just going to absolutely pull away. Damn it, Lewis. It's a yellow flag. Verstappen overtakes Hamilton, of course. Damn it, man. Stroll with the lockup doesn't really concern us too much, but I really need Hamilton to stay with Max, try and get the overtake and hold him back so we can secure the run and the win with George Russell. Lewis's defense is absolutely terrible, guys. We've got nothing against the Red Bulls when they're on the DRS. We've boxed Russell as well, and he's going to... Yo. 2 pit stop errors in one race from the lead. An extra 2 seconds added on. That would have seen us maybe be in front of Carlos Sainz or right behind him at least. Absolutely awful. The same with Hamilton, losing 6 seconds on his stop. I'm still pushing the car. I want to try and get in front and stay with Verstappen, but it's very, very hard to do that with the Red Bull. It's a very fast car. Well, 2 laps to go at this moment. Verstappen is still flying in the lead. Russell is 3 seconds back, and Hamilton's fighting with Alonso. Without these pit stop issues, we would be 1-2 in this race. Without a doubt, Hamilton lost, what, 6 seconds, and Russell lost about 2 or 3. Would at least put us within range for Max, but Hamilton would be in the lead. That's just a shame. We have no problems with the pit stop crew either. They're in great spot, but that's just the way it is. Russell is not going to make up all that time in just 1 lap now. It's not going to happen, unfortunately. So guys, just to prove that, of course, the car has been upgraded and you can hit a 1-2, we have decided to rerun the race just to prove. This race has had a couple of safety cars, but nothing too important, and I'll show you the results at the end. But of course, this is just a little rerun. You can see if you finish 2 and 4 with Mercedes, you can definitely finish 1 and 2, and the cars are going to come across on the last lap. Are they fighting for the win? Who's going to win? Is it going to be Russell to take the win on this last lap with Hamilton in P2? As you can see, we had 2 safety cars in this one. Verstappen finishes P4, but it's very easy and possible that you can upgrade the cars to be race winning within, what is this, 7, 8, 9 races, and of course we run on race number 3 as well. So good job from the cars. So after that race, guys, as you can see, we've got Russell with the race win, Hamilton P2. And we're still winning the constructors, a big boost. Sergio Perez, what was he doing? +8. I mean, not bad, but still, we pull away further in the constructors, and the drivers' championship is still pretty close. Max Verstappen still leads it. But that is going to be the end of this episode. Hopefully, you guys have enjoyed showing how you can improve the Mercedes car, and of course, the improvements that we've made, and using the upgrades, the hours very efficiently to the car. Means we are on par with slightly better, slightly worse on tracks with Red Bull. Inspection failed. Ugh, got 3 pieces on the car number 2. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed. Leave a like and subscribe down below to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Take care and peace.